Hi everyone, this is Carrie Sloan with my final project for ETT 536, Web-Based Learning. Just decided to go with Schoology. I've never used it before, the LMS review, and my high school that my students feed into is using it with their world language department. And I thought, well, if I can at least incorporate some of it with my students here, I thought, goodness, that would be good to be able to expose them to that and give them some sort of experience before they get to the high school and are using it full time. So this is my homepage. I really enjoy being able to see any upcoming activities over here. And I did go ahead and customize my profile for our Viking, our mascot here in Geneva. So I was able to easily enter my courses by class period. I went ahead and gave them each their own icon so that the kids can visually see the one that matches their class. Once we get into second hour here, you can see that we've got our preliminary chapter, our first chapter, our second chapter, and our current chapter, the third chapter. And this is where I built my module for the online web-based experience. So I built it around AR verbs. As you can see, I went ahead and created some text here to kind of introduce the module. In this module, we will be exploring the following question: how are regular AR verbs conjugated in Spanish? And by the end of the module, students will be able to define conjugation, conjugate a regular AR verb to correspond with any given subject, and describe what he or she does before, during, and after school using regular AR verbs. I encourage students to start by looking at my instructional video, which you all have already seen, and fill in the guided notes that I have provided to them on the LMS. In addition, I did give them 2 fun songs from Senor Mara and Senor Jordan. Gotta admit, Senor Mara's video for Conjugations Back, parody of Justin Timberlake, is definitely one of my favorite songs when it comes to using in class for just a fun way to internalize the content. So if we head back, you can see here that we have my instructional video, and it pops right up from the site, and they're easily able to click right on it. We also have my guided notes right there as an assignment for students, and they can click right on the Word doc. It automatically downloads it, and students can easily open up and follow along in their guided notes and submit for grading. Additionally, we also have the 2 additional supplementary videos that I'm offering to students that I mentioned in the original explanation. I also included some links. The first link is to my Quizlet account, where I have all of our vocabulary terms for this particular chapter with the Spanish and the English equivalent. Really a huge fan of Quizlet, not just in a online web-based classroom, but also in a real-life 4-wall classroom that I reside in. My students have the ability to have flashcards. They have the ability to write it out. So that forces them to know how to spell it correctly. We have a spelling. You hear a word, and you type what you hear. There's a test feature, of course. The match, which the kids love because they can beat my score, and it sends me an email that they've beat my score, so they keep trying to beat more and more people and achieve the highest score and the best time. And gravity is kind of fun. It's like asteroids. The kids enjoy that one too, but that's only on the desktop version and not on the mobile version because it does require Flash. Additionally, I have the Quizlet Live link, which will take students directly to Quizlet Live, and I can give a code during our synchronous meetings such that the students can log in and we can compete together, which is really cool and kind of fun for them to be able to do. For a formative assessment, I have created a Socrative directly related to our study of AR verbs. And the students enter their name and they can take it at their leisure. Going into my actual Socrative, you guys can see that the students actually have to input their answer. They are the ones responsible for writing the answer. So it's forcing them to actually conjugate the verbs and implement the content in a technology-based way. Love this because the kids will get instant feedback and I can tell them why their answer is either right or wrong. I do require names and it'll show them their feedback. So you can go ahead and students will join. Once they've all taken their assessment, the cool part is you can then finish it and receive a spreadsheet with all of your results. So you can see exactly where the students are, and you can then also start more targeted, differentiated interventions for kids who are still struggling with certain components of the concept. Once we go back to Chapter 3, you can also see that I have a Flipgrid assignment for students to participate and record themselves speaking in the target language. There's a forum for the speaking activity where the students are automatically transported to our Flipgrid forum. They will speak for a minute, they can upload it right away, and we can interact with each other's work, which I find to be pretty cool. One final thing available in my module is the En la Escuela speaking section. So the students have access in two different places to this wonderful little series of pictures where the students can see exactly what they need to describe in 1 minute. So in the first image, they have to describe what the folks are wearing here, what school supplies are needed, what students can and can't do in the classroom, and what students do after school. So that's incorporating AR verbs, school supply vocabulary, clothing worn to school, activities done before, during, and after school, all back to that AR verb. So, hope you liked it. Definitely enjoyed working on it. Found it to be challenging, but rewarding for sure. So, thanks so much. It's been a blast. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday, and see ya in spring semester.